When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, home of the Boston College Eagles. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Seminoles will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Boston College's offense will take the field first. Almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. Those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens, but you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Off play action. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
Well, you saw this guy in all the highlights after that 4-sack performance his last time out, and he's not resting on his laurels. He's hungry for more. Registers his first sack of the game.
Punts it out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on 4th down. So Florida State's offense has the ball for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they...
Oh, he's got some space. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Seminoles in the hurry-up. They're going to ride this running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Florida State. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown Seminoles! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Ready to fire from the pistol. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the running back. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Guys, let's talk about Boston College for a minute. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Looking to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Makes the grab on the left. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Wants to keep it in the air. Complete to the right. Touchdown, Boston College. A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Seminoles lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Balls and fired complete. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Flood. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Leaves it with the running back. On his feet at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Seminoles have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. Wants to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Noles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Wants to fire on second down. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Zings it complete to the right. And he's... immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
On target over the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
There's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
And the Golden Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Flanagan. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Had to throw it before he wanted. And the misconnection on 3rd down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll leave it with him. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Caught in the backfield. It's Flood. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Makes the grab. It's Flood. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to him.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Down and 1, and they'll go for it. Off the RPO, pro right looking for the chains. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The give to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The short hands, it's Flood. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And the Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Harris. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Handoff from the shotgun. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Central Michigan has the lead right now. Mount Pleasant has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over East Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pocket breaking down. Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fakes to grab. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Golden Eagles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw again. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Boston College will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it behind the line. It's Flood. Breaks into the open. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Complete downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And he splits the uprights on the extra point.
35, Boston College, 7.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the tailback. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been taking in some scene there today in Chestnut Hill. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
Here he comes with the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Going to the run to start this second half. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped with the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Howard. And the runner is down, and so is the flag.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense getting set for 1st down. They want to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Howard. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Noles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Shelton. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a grab, pass to Marker. There he goes. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The Seminoles are rolling down the field.
Here we go.
To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Harris. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains, it's at the 22. The Noles headed quickly to the line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This is
pass rush coming after the quarterback. Get him at the 32.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And last week was great for this young man. But man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the catch. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Running back searching for a hole. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got his man down the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat. And they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And I just love having matchups out wide that I know can win. Guys that are so fast on the perimeter that threaten with speed, and guys start bailing and getting out of there. And on 3rd down, and I need that yardage, I can go to him, and he'll get the 1st down and come.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. It's on target and complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. BC back to work after picking up the 1st down. Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a little bit of a frustrating day for this offense. They want to get the run game going, and they want to get it to their stud at running back, but he just hasn't found a lot of area. And here's the thing. If you don't have successful runs, now it's 2nd and long. And this offense, they haven't been in a great spot because physically they haven't been able to run the football.
Catch in the middle. It's Smith. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Here's the handoff. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Crosses to 35. Turning it on! The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And the Seminoles, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. It'll be 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had...
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, no! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
Boston College, 10.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's Howard. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this.
Oh, he's got some space. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, they execute the end route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Texas is down right now, but there is still a ton of football to be played. And for a program that ranks inside the top 10 all-time in wins, don't be surprised if they come back. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Arkansas. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've got, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, right. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff,